I drive in the driving.
And on the way.
Yeah.
Oh, you look cute.
He's doing his thing.
Let's see. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Wait, I need some behind the scenes too.
Yeah, I got some fantasies.
Okay.
Those are fun for promo.
Right? Let's see. Okay.
So I'm not talking about anything because I want us to talk during.
Okay.
That's why.
Yeah.
But I am happy you're here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Are you guys good to be locked in here?
Yes.
Yes, we're locked in.
Do it.
We're locked in.
Close this door. Good luck.
Okay.
Thank you.
Marissa's here.
Woo! He's here. Sure. Oh, fuck. I forgot to get Ann in there. Real quick. All right. Start over. That was a rehearsal. Ready?
Perfect.
We got
Alright,
all the
let's see.
Bevs. Haley.
Yeah.
We're locked in. All right. That's good.
So I have another guest at 2, so we're gonna stop at like 1:50 probably.
Okay. Cool. This thing in here.
So if there's anything that you don't want to talk about, you can just say, let's skip that, and then
Okay.
we will. Like, it's
Okay.
not a got you
I'll plead the
podcast.
fifth. Yeah, okay.
It's
Okay.
not like,
All right.
I'm not going to grill you or anything.
Sounds good.
It's already recording, and I love that
Oh,
because
shit.
I include these in the whole
Okay.
thing. I love it. It's like my favorite part. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Happy to be here. Am I close enough?
Yeah, you can literally sit
Okay.
like this, and
Okay,
it'll still
cool.
pick it up. But,
Sweet.
oh, can we have that brand showing?
Oh, should we get that out
Probably
there?
not, huh?
Let's put it. Yeah. Let's put it. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can have it there.
It's only if I get too hot. I gotta-
You can take the jacket off, but
Yeah.
very nice fit.
Thank you.
Okay, so we should start by telling people how we know each other, and that would be from Venice Skate Park.
Yes.
Yeah,
Skateboarding.
and she's trying very hard to be as good as me. I'm just kidding. If you guys knew, she's
day,
actually
one day.
yeah, exactly. You just keep working hard, babe. No,
Dedication.
she's an extraordinary skater, and I always loved watching you skate. I don't think we spoke a whole lot every time we did, though. It was always very pleasant and friendly, and
Yes.
I always thought that was really cool.
This is-
You were an item with another really good skater as well, so I always saw you guys as a duo coming over, and
yes.
you were both really sweet. It was just really cool. And then that's kind of the extent of it. We never like hung out socially, I think, and but that was it. And I thought it was so cool to see a woman just be so. I mean, this is going to be like that whole thing, but it's true. It matters to us to see women just be absolute killer in that kind of environment, especially since skating is male dominated still.
Yes.
Even though it's being very open and inclusive now, it's being very integrated now, but it's still more men than women.
Yes.
So start with that. Tell people who you are and what you do, and we'll go from there.
My name is Marissa Martinez, and I skateboard, and I also make skate pants, skate clothing, mostly design them. I have a team of ladies that help me sew everything up in the fashion district, and I've been doing that for about 10 years. I've been skating for about 20, and yeah, I love just skating with my friends, meeting new people, going to new places, and I feel like skateboarding has allowed me to do that, also being creative and funny, and I love to tell jokes and make people laugh, so I've kind of been doing that since I was really little.
Yeah.
And so I feel like skating has just allowed me, or I've kind of created a lane for myself to be able to express myself in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. So the podcast is about, well, for me, my version of self-abandonment was through alcoholism and partying. And so initially it was meant to be some sort of a how-to and reapproach life as a sober person. But I'm so curious on people's own history of self-abandonment and how they got back into it. So I don't mean you need to steer it towards darkest times, but you can share whatever you want. I think I'm just, yeah, you were like, well, shit. I mean, no, but I wonder how hard it would be to bring up some stuff in considering, like we just established, that it's a tough industry to be in to begin with. For us to be a business owner,
Yes.
to be a woman in brand and merch and all that stuff is probably tough as it is.
Oh, yeah.
On top of that, it's in skateboarding, right?
Mhm,
It's a skate
mhm.
brand. So tell me how you decided to become, you're so committed to it that you created a brand. So how did that happen?
The skateboarding or the brand?
Well,
Both.
skateboarding, I presume that did you go pro? You did, right?
So
or no?
I haven't technically gone pro. I mean,
Okay.
I've made money through skateboarding, so I guess in that
Sponsorships?
gray area, I'm professional because I do get paid to skate.
Sure.
But
But you don't.
I haven't finished. I'm in the process of finishing my pro part. So once that comes to fruition, then I'll feel like proud enough to be like, okay, I'm down for a name. A name on
Yes.
a board,
Yes.
But it's kind of like a traditional way that things have been done. But there's other ways to go pro
Sure.
skateboarding, so it kind of just
Well, tell us
depends
about
on-
that then. Tell us maybe about what are other ways than the what people only know as, okay, you're either pro or you're not. So what
Yeah.
are the other ways that you've made a career and living off of skating?
Well, through, I would say, commercial work mostly, getting booked, for different skateboarding
Mhm.
gigs. So that's kind of how I was able to finance my company. I worked a regular 9 to 5 pretty much all my life. I've been really working since I was 11 years old. I was
Yeah.
helping my grandma clean,
Yeah.
toilets for rich people and,
Yeah.
Take out the trash and all that kind of stuff.
You're like,
But,
whatever I gotta do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I've been hustling since I was little.
Yeah.
But I really, as an adult, well, I guess I've had a lot of different jobs, a lot of different regular type of jobs. I went to school, but when I started skateboarding, I was a teenager when I started skating with my cousins and my sisters. So
I was going to say, you have a sister that's a really good skater as well,
yes,
right?
Yes. So I'm one of 4 girls.
Oh, wow.
We
That
all-
house.
Yeah. We all actually skateboard. 2 of
Wow.
our sisters have kids, so their hands are full, but
Right.
they still are really talented skaters
Yeah.
as well. And some of their kids skate too, so it's definitely in the family. We
Wow.
didn't even know this, but years ago, back in the day, my dad skated. I didn't know this until recently. And
How'd you find out?
he told us. We asked him. He was like, oh, by
It's
the
like
way,
children, sit
by
down.
the way, yeah, so you know. My auntie skated on my mom's side. We had no idea. So,
So
we
sick.
thought we were the first of our generation.
Yeah.
But my grandma
He's like,
actually
"Psych."
yeah, he's like, actually,
Yeah.
it's in the blood. My grandma got me my first skateboard when I was a teenager, but she taught me roller skating first. But
Okay.
I actually I lived on the East Coast for a little bit. I grew up mostly in Carson.
Okay.
But I was born in Encinitas. But I lived there just as a baby. Back then, 2-bedroom apartment by the beach, $500. Can you believe that? Yeah.
This is
Moonlight
criminal.
Beach. I know. I was like, damn. robbery.
Yeah, those were the days.
So my first memories were beach time, so that
Yeah.
was cool. But I spent some time on the East Coast, so over there I was like, my mom had me on like little ice skates. We were skating the ice ponds and stuff. But when my grandma came out to take care of us, she is an amazing roller skater, like old
Wow.
school. Like she's got the moves and everything. Like if
Yeah.
you put her on some skates today, she'll still do it. She's in her 80s. Yeah,
Wow.
like, she's badass.
Love.
So, my mom passed away when I was 11, so my grandma came to take care of us, help my dad. And so she would take us to the roller skating rink, and we go, I just remember going around. She taught me how to go backwards, all that stuff. And then when we moved back to California, we were back in Carson, where I went to elementary school,
Mhm.
back in the same house, my grandma's house. Then I was doing junior high, and my grandma loves swap meets, so we were at the swap meet, and thrift stores, Goodwills. So that's where I get
Cute.
my ways from. But
Your special style.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Pretty much. Literally, I think back to it now, the pants that I make are very
Inspired by that.
inspired by my grandma's
Oh, very
look. Yeah,
cool.
she would always rock the cargo pants or just,
I do love your pants. They're actually so cool.
Thanks. I try to be comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
it's-
maternity inspired as well. Because I'm looking at these pregnant ladies, I'm like, dang, they look comfy. And you got to be comfortable, you don't
Yeah.
want to be uncomfortable.
But you always also want to be fashionable. kind of
Exactly. You
thing.
still
Yeah.
want to look cute. So I'm like, man, I remember being 18 and being frustrated because I'm at the skate park and I'm like, you got to bend down to do a trick. And then you got to, but then if you're wearing the wrong pants, your chonas could be sticking out or you're thinking about all these. It's I just want to be focused on landing the trick, not
And not
about
tripping
a
over what you're
wardrobe
wearing or
malfunction.
something. Yeah.
So I was like, man, I looked around at that time. So we ended up in foster care for a little bit. To get out of foster care, we went to go live with an auntie and our uncle. in OC. And so I was very much around like the surf culture.
Mm-hmm.
Even in Carson, like we surfed with my cousins and stuff, but we were a little further from the beach, you know. So it was really only when one of my aunties would take me, or if we would ditch school and just grab our boogie boards and get a hop on the bus. But
did you move more into these activities because of? Would it be fair to say that inconsistencies in your life, meaning foster care and then the family members taking care of you, was like an escapism thing?
It was definitely an escapism for me.
Okay.
And a lot of my family was very religious growing up.
Okay.
So after my mom passed, we weren't really allowed to do like,
Why?
you know, just because they were so strict. They didn't want us to do any like extracurricular activities. So, you know, I wanted to join the swim team. No, like because, you know, it had to be like, it was like church or family that was church involved.
Wait, let's talk about that because I have church trauma.
Oh, yeah. I got church
do
trauma.
you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, it made me a
Sunday
good
schools
person. It made me a good kid. So there's good and bad to it. But and I mean, I don't regret anything because I wasn't able to do those other activities at school that I wanted to.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I was allowed to skateboard, which was kind of crazy because
They
at the
just
skate park,
they must have not looked up the history.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, they're drinking and smoking weed at the skate
Yeah,
park,
you're
but we're allowed
like,
to go
so
there.
this is
you know what?
fine.
I'm not saying nothing. We can skate to the park, so
Yeah.
we would go skate to Veteran Skate Park, so in Carson. So that's where
Okay.
I started skating on, and I still ride for the same skate shop, Transition Skate Shop.
Yeah.
That's family right there, Keisha and Buddy, holding it down for the whole community. Them, Carson, Pedro, so most of the people at Skate Channel.
And you've stayed with most of them. Like you've supported
Yeah,
the same ones.
Yeah,
that have-
same. Yeah, I've been with them.
That's
yeah,
very cool.
So they were the only skate shop I've ever ridden for. So I remember going up to them one day and I'm like, "Here's my part." Like I filmed like a little part. I'm like, "Would you guys
Can you
sponsor me?" And they looked at it, they're like, "Of course, dude." I'm like, "What? Thank you." So
That's
yeah.
That's a cool story.
So,
So,
yeah,
tell me about like when you started experiencing some success in that field. How did you go about? Well, because
Yeah.
let me try to phrase it correctly. Because like a lot of people still today, even they'll get these temporary sponsorships, and then you have to have a certain skill set to monetize and keep it going,
Yes,
right? And
yes.
keep the momentum going. So. How did it start, and how did you keep it going? And did you have help? Because it sounds like you had a lot going on in your
I did have a lot going on.
family life, in your home life.
So I was 18 and I had just moved out. I got like a nice regular job, actually like a paid internship at UC Irvine.
Okay.
So I was working that regular job, also going to college. And my roommate at the time, she just got hooked up with this model agency. She was working at Olive Garden. And they sent her on this audition, and it was for they're looking for skateboarder girls. And she needed a ride. It was in Hollywood, and we lived in OC. She's like, "Hey, will you give me this ride?" She didn't have a car. I'm like, "Yeah, of course." And so she's getting ready, and she's like telling me more about it. And she's like, "Yeah, it's for Apple." I'm like, "Oh, that's dope."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, it's like a week-long thing. Like they're gonna pay like $1,500 a day." I'm like, "Excuse me." I was like, and they're looking for skater girls. I was like, "Do you mind, like, if I audition as well with you, like, when I take you?" And she was like, "Yeah, of course." So even I wasn't represented by her model agency. And so we went together, and we actually interviewed
That's a good
together.
friend,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and we and I booked it.
Of course
So
you
I
did.
shot her some cash.
Of course you did.
I shot her some cash as a thank you, but
Yeah.
that was my first introduction to anything like
Official
that.
gig.
I didn't even know that was even
Like
a possibility.
skateboarding had
yeah,
paid you.
I had no idea.
That
you know?
happens in here too.
Okay. and so yeah, I booked it, and then her model agency, they were like, "Oh, they want to meet with you," so they signed me because of course they want their
You went and got signed to the agency as well?
because they want their 20%, you know.
Of course.
So so I pretty much played hooky from my regular corporate job at the time. I was like, "Oh, I'm sick."
Yeah.
For a week.
Not
So I
the
got
fake
paid
cop.
double that week. I got paid for my regular job, sick pay,
I love this.
and I got
Good
paid
for you.
from Apple. And it literally was like a paid vacation. Like they flew me to Tahoe. I barely did any skateboarding really. It was for the Apple Nano. You know when you could shake it. This is back in the day. I've been skating for a while. So, but they were all secretive, like top secret. They had it covered. They're like, "We can't tell you." But they hired a couple, like one other skateboarder, couple dancers, and I forgot like two other people, like just creative people. And so they flew us to Tahoe. We went to San Francisco. I did zip lining in Tahoe, paddleboarding in Tahoe, a little bit of skating in San Francisco.
What's a little bit of skate? What she's calling a little bit of skating would probably kill me, by the way. Like, your version of chill is still quite complex.
I mean,
for the
compared to
regular person.
compared to the whole project, to me, it was a very small portion. Like, I was hired to skate, but really I got to do all these cool things that I have never got to experience before.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't believe these people are paying me.
Yeah.
When we got to San Francisco, they're like, all right, dinner, we're not going to supply dinner the next 2 nights, so here's $200 cash. And for me at that time, like, college student, like, you know,
you're like,
barely,
$200.
I was like, $200, I'm getting a hot dog.
Yeah.
I'm pocketing the rest of this shit right now.
Absolutely.
Like, so it was a very eye-opening experience for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, like, I got back from that. I'm like, maybe I could pursue this full time. But most of my family did not support skate. They're like, Mija, what are you doing? Like, we don't get
this
it.
isn't a job. Yeah,
like,
kind of thing.
This is like, you need to go.
You're like, but it literally paid
I'm
me,
like,
though.
But it just paid me so much money. Like,
You're like, I just got paid, though.
So I'm like, well, I'll just keep it on the back burner. I'm still going to do my, you know, full-time job, and I'll still, you know, go to school full-time. But if some type of opportunity like this comes up again, I'm going to just take it.
So you weren't actively pursuing it right away, but you were leaving the door open.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Got it.
And so I stayed with that job for like 5 years.
Marissa.
I actually,
so long.
I tried to quit like two years into it. I'm like, I just want to do skating full time. I actually filmed a part during that time. And a lot of stuff happened. I got guardianship of my sisters when I was 21. So it was a lot of, I like kind of started taking care of them full time, and so my hands were kind of full, but I still managed to film the part. It's for this skate video called Beer Trash. I was the only girl in the video.
Yes.
And my friend Todd Perry, he was like, Marissa, let's get you out here. Like,
Yeah.
So he hyped me up. In the beginning, I didn't really take it too serious, but then towards the end, I was like, okay, this is actually really fun.
Why didn't you take it too serious?
Just because skating to me has never been serious. It's just been like a fun outlet for me, you know, like, and I don't want to take it too serious. I just want to enjoy it and have fun.
Oh,
with
you don't
it,
want
know?
it to be ruined and by it being like a serious thing.
I don't want it to
sort
be
of
like,
framed as a serious
keep it
thing.
fun, keep it stressful, keep it non-stressful,
Stressless.
stressless. Yeah. I don't want to suck the fun out of skating.
Do you think the way your family thought about skating affected how you eventually framed it as you grew up?
I definitely had that in the back of my mind. Like, they're like, you know, like to them, it's a
because we want their
it's a
approval,
degenerate.
don't we?
Yeah, you know, like I don't, you know, and I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on. Like, even I was thankful that I had my regular job though, because I had been with that company for 5 years. When I did go to get the guardianship of my sisters, like, I was able to sit in front of a judge, and they're like, okay, look, I'm on salary.
She's able to.
I'm going to school.
Yeah.
I'm taking care of all the girls. Like, you know, I was taking them to all
Little
these,
mention of the skating.
yeah, like, no, we don't mention the skateboarding.
Like, what?
It wasn't
we
in the
don't skate.
Olympics yet,
It's crazy.
so it was not as, you know, not as.
That's a lot. I mean, that's a
approved.
lot of, and we don't have to dig into it if you don't want to. But if for the contrast, it's interesting because you've done so well, and there was so much going on at the time.
Yeah.
What would you say was your support system, or do you think that just skating and having that in your life was a good fixation to have?
I think skating was definitely, and it always has been, kind of my outlet, you know. And I think just having my sisters, and also like losing my mom at such a young age, like I always just thought about like, hey, what would my mom want me to do, you know, in certain situations, and how to handle myself. So I think that was, and then also having like, even though my family didn't support my skateboarding, they did support me in other
Support you, just
like,
not skating.
just not the skateboard. Yeah, they're like, we don't get it, but like you're going to school or you're working, so like you're paying your bills, you're taking care of
Which is
yourself.
ironic because your father skated back in the day.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
So, you know.
So what? Yeah, you definitely. It sounds like you definitely consistently were hitting blocks along the way. Let's say.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, but so you just kept skating as a casual thing, but would you say opportunities were just coming your way anyway?
I mean, I think because I still had my regular job, skateboarding wasn't like, oh, I have to get a gig. You know, it was like all my bills are paid, so it was able to still just be a fun outlet for me. And when something came up, it was a blessing. And when I was when I was in foster care, so I was a teenager, I didn't even realize this, but my auntie and uncle told me this years later. They're like, now they're very proud of me, and you know, they support. But they were like, it's crazy that you're actually doing this, because when you came to us, you know, when you were in foster care, you told us that you wanted to make skate pants for girls. And they were like, what? Like, but then they see me actually doing it now,
Yeah.
sticking to it. So I was like, wow, I thought I was a little bit older when I came to the idea, but I guess I was
talking about it
talking
earlier
about it
than you
even
thought.
earlier than I thought. So, and I just, because like going back to, I was saying in OC, it's very much a surf city type
Sure.
vibe.
Yep.
So I'm looking at, Roxy is supporting the surfer girls, and Altamont, Reynolds has got like this holding down the boys, the skate boys, but I'm like, who's holding it down for the skater girls? Like, what brand do we have to go
Yeah.
and be like, oh, this is for me, like, so I was like, like, I seen the lack, like
You saw a window there for
a
you
little
to
window.
be
I'm
like,
like, maybe I could, if I could be good
could I
at
just
it,
get in there?
maybe I could,
Yeah.
provide some value there. Like, first of all, just make some pants that I like, and then if I can make some pants that I like.
I was gonna say it probably
maybe
started
cool.
with, like you said,
It was very selfish,
this is
yeah.
how.
Like-
It's not though, but like, how would you know how to design it if it's not something we would have had to start with you?
Yeah.
And you said that earlier too. You were like, I want to be able to do tricks without it, like
Restricting me
Yeah.
or worrying about, because there would be times where so I ride for Meow Skateboards. Lisa Whitaker, she's the owner of Meow, and she does these blog sessions, and if you get on a blog session with Lisa, you're like, oh, like, 'cause
Yeah.
I grew up watching. She's such a legend. Like, she had this website called The Side Project. So back in the day when you would scrounge the internet for skateboarding, for women skating, we had Alyssa Steamer, Marissa Del Santos, like their parts were out on YouTube, but other girls, if you want to see more, I could watch them over and over again. No problem. But to see other girls from around the world is also very inspiring. And Lisa kind of built that platform. So originally it's called The Side Project. So you go onto The Side Project and she would post different girls' skate parts, and she would film her own blogs. So
Nice.
you'd always go to like see, okay, who's
And this
on
is
the
in the
blog.
beginning.
This is in the very beginning.
Before
Now
you even
it's-
launched your brand.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I go on there and look. When I filmed that part with Beer Trash, I got, because she would do skater.
You got put
skater
onto
parts
her.
Of the skater
Yeah.
parts of the month. So I got skater part of the month.
Oh, you got pointed a point. Okay, cool.
So that was cool. But going back to the blog, so
It was
when
like a guidance.
So when I was doing one of the blogs with her, we were skating this 5-stair in Santa Ana, and
Casually
I
says
kick-flipped
that.
it. I front shoved it, which I had never front shoved. I did it because Lisa was there. I was like, Lisa's there. She's taking pictures.
To make an impression. Yeah.
I do good. I
Yeah.
got 'em. And so I front shoved it, and then she put it out on YouTube, and I remember they're like, little boys were commenting like, oh, at minute 2:21, like you can see her G-string. And I had an ex at the time who was like, oh, like trying to give me shit about my G-string. I'm like, dude, it's literally a shoelace. It's just my pants are low rise. So I'm like, you know what? Enough is enough. Like,
Yeah.
I had this idea to make the pants, but I was dealing with a lot of family stuff, school and work and stuff. So once my sisters were kind of a little bit older, I was like, all right, I feel like I have the opportunity now to actually
Focus
in
a
on
little
this.
more
Yeah.
on yourself.
And
yeah.
I did start, I would say like back in 2016, I started making little samples and stuff.
How did you
Same
know
with-
to do that? We don't have to like
No,
break
no.
full breakdown, but
Yeah.
I imagine that people that are going to listen to this are people that really are
How'd you do
fans
it?
of your.
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you do it? And like the hardships that you're talking about. I mean, it might not be exactly what they're dealing with, but the focus is inspiring.
Thanks.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's nice to hear like, how did you pull that off, and who were you looking at for inspiration, guidance to do it?
So I had no idea how to make them. I'm like,
It's like I was completely lost.
Yeah. And one of my good friends at the time, I've known since I was a teenager, Holly, he owns Chuncordia Skateboards. He's an amazing, I would say artist. He knows how to just creative. He's been sewing for over 30 years.
Mhm.
And so one day, we met through skateboarding, and he's like, "Oh, Marissa, like I think I want to make girls skate pants because he already has his line, and
Okay.
he's been making pants for a long time, making all kinds of clothes for a long time." And I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Okay." Like, part of me was like, "Oh no, I wanted to do that," but I'm like, you know what? Like, this guy knows what he's doing. I'm like, yeah, like I'll try them out, and then I'll just see how they turn out. So. We meet up one day, like a group of us in downtown LA. We're skating some streets. He's like, "Oh, Marissa, I have the pants." So he gives me the pants, and I put them on. I try putting them on over my pants, and I literally couldn't fit them over my thighs. I was like, okay. I felt a little sense of relief. I'm like, a woman needs to do. A woman knows
there's
how to.
room for me.
There's room for me. Like I know exactly what I'm looking for, and probably other women are looking for as well. And so I told him, I was like, Holly, like I would love to learn this process.
Yeah.
Like, can
Let
I
me
be
design a
your
pair?
apprentice? Like, can I learn from
smart.
And so he was like,
so basically surround yourself with people that are doing better.
Yeah. Surround yourself with people that are doing what you already want to do and that you can learn from, that you can kind of like a mentor type thing. So I became his apprentice.
Love.
And he's like, Marissa, it's a lot of work. He's like, you got to really love it. And you got to really be like,
you're like, I do.
It's not for the weak. I'm like, well, I don't know if I do, but I'm
You're like, I'm definitely not weak. Let's go.
Yeah. Definitely strong, so.
Definitely, let's go.
So I would say once a week I would drive by then I was living in Long Beach, so I would drive to LA, meet him at this Starbucks off of 11th Street, and I would bring my notebook, and he'd be like, all right, this is the process. You gotta find the source of the fabric.
Like
you gotta
a crash course.
Yeah, you gotta get a pattern. You gotta make a pattern. You gotta make a marker. You gotta, find a cutter. You gotta find, if you're gonna sew it up yourself or you're gonna have a team that's gonna help you sew it up. So he put me in contact with Consuelo Connie's, which she is my day one. She's been helping me make pants, her and our team of ladies in the fashion district since day one, and they're both Peruvian, and so Connie had a sewing space in downtown LA, and so Holly ended up renting a space from her, so that's how they knew each other. Okay. So when I started learning from Holly, he's like, let me introduce you to Connie, and so that's how we started.
That's how it launched. Okay, so financially, what would you recommend for people that don't have funds to pull all this off?
So I didn't have the funds.
I
was working my regular job that was covering my rent, my food, gas. But as far as extra income to make the pants, I was just saving what I could, hearing like little skimmings off of my stuff. But really, when I would get a skate opportunity, some type of gig, whether it was $500, $100, $1,000, like I would just put all of that into fabric, into samples, you know, and that's why they were kind of sparing, like,
you raised capital, basically.
I raised capital through skating for my skate pants, So it was like, it wasn't like a regular thing. It was very grassroots in the beginning. First, it was just making samples, like getting it down to a T. When I first made pants, I just made 2 colorways in like a stretchy jean that had a zipper, button, deep pockets, because that was one of my biggest pet peeves, was that there was a few things that I was like, okay, I want it to be stretchy, not too stretchy where it's like jeggings, like stretchy but comfortable. I wanted to have deep pockets because I can't stand when we have like little fake or little pockets. Yeah. Like they want you to have a purse.
Especially for skating.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to be able to put my phone in the back and the front.
And make sure it stays there.
And I also didn't want to have my chones hanging out the back, so I was like, okay. So
I love how you were so cautious about that. You could say literally anything, but go for it.
And so,
I haven't been censored yet. Let's see.
That's good.
We'll see.
We'll see after this one.
I know, right?
Yeah. But
okay.
So yeah, those were kind of my 3 main things. I'm like, this is what I would like to adjust that I don't see out there yet. Like I think
that's
women
smart.
need pockets.
That's brilliant.
We want to be. I mean, stretchy pants were already a thing. So, but I just want to incorporate that.
But there were adjustments you could make that would make it more fitting for skaters, for female skaters.
Exactly.
And again, I love your pants. I don't own one yet. I should.
I got you.
I won a pair actually, but then I went to Europe. You were doing like a thing, I don't know, and I won, and then I left. But
dang, okay, well
I will circle back. Thank you. I'll circle back to you.
I have some in my trunk, so we can see it. Yeah,
literally.
Keep those things on me.
I have nowhere near your level of skating. I'm such a cruiser. I'm so boring, but I will wear them.
As long as you get to A to B.
I do. I just got over the hip. I broke my hand on it last year, and then look, I don't have a knuckle. Do you see?
Oh my gosh.
I'm knuckleless on the fourth on the ring finger. Not knuckleless like it's in here. It just got pushed down and it broke down. It was awful. It was on my birthday.
Oh my gosh.
I got cocky.
Where was
but
it?
I finally got over the hip now. So it was last year on my birthday. I had gotten over the hip. When I say the hip, it's Venice skate park. There are you can explain it better, right?
The snake run?
The snake run.
Yes.
Which is, and how do you explain it for people that don't skate? It's a bowl. It's like a little.
Yeah. It's like a long, imagine a snake
It's a path.
Yeah, a path. Yeah.
Yeah. And with curves and whatnot,
curves
and you have to,
yeah.
get over them and whatever. And I'm just the most cautious skater, and
Yeah.
I don't mind. I have no desire to do any tricks like that. I just want to listen to music
Yes.
and cruise around. I like to watch the Marissas
Aw.
do the tricks, and that's my vibe. But yeah, so I broke my hand on it, and I got too scared, but I finally just got over it like 3 weeks ago. I'm so excited. So be
Wow.
persistent.
Man.
Keep coming back.
I've had my fair share of injuries. So.
I bet the things you do is
I
insane.
actually broke my back at
How?
Venice. Yeah, my L2. I was.
Oh, my
it was like
goodness.
sunset. Yeah, it was kind of a traumatic experience, but I got really lucky. I didn't need surgery. I just had to keep it.
They were
low. I
like,
was
"Don't
in a
move." You're
wheelchair
like,
for
"So
a week.
basically die."
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I got really. Yeah, no. The doctor was like, "All right, I got good news and bad news." I'm like, "Give it to me straight, doc." He's like, "Well, you did break your back." I'm like, "Spinal, huh?" So I felt like.
So like that's
But
fabulous.
you don't
Thank
need
you
surgery,
so much. Oh,
so I got really lucky with that.
how long was recovery time?
It was like I was only in a wheelchair for like a week, and then I got over that. I'm like, I'm gonna just take my baby steps, and so I would say like probably like a 4 to 6 month recovery for that, which is nothing compared to tearing my ACL and my meniscus. That was
Jesus.
that one I actually needed
just
surgery
give us
for.
some injuries that you've had. Oh my God, are we going over the? I'm just kidding. You don't
No.
have to do that.
I broke 2 fingers dropping into a vert ramp. I broke my wrist skating.
Lovely,
That was early on into my skating too. It was like a couple of years in. I broke my wrist and the big bowl at Volcom Outdoor.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and
Would you say you have a high tolerance for pain, or are you just
Definitely.
stubborn?
a little both. Yeah,
A little
Yeah.
bit. Okay.
Yeah, when I broke my back at Venice, they were like, "We're gonna call an ambulance." I'm like, "Don't call an ambulance, you guys. Like, I think I'm fine. Like, I think
Do you
I'm
say
just
that because you
hungry."
think you're fine, or you're
I
hoping
think
you're
it was
fine?
the adrenaline,
Okay.
and I was hoping. I try to look at the silver lining.
A little
but
bit of illusion
I
and
was like,
hope and
I think I'm
prayer.
just hungry, you guys. I think that's
Yeah.
why, because I fainted 3 times,
Jesus.
and I actually was there. You know, Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron was there. So there's this skinny ledge that we always talk about hitting.
Yeah.
When you first come to the skate park on the left side, so there's those stairs but the little ramp on the side, but that skinny ledge that
God.
I'm talking about. I don't know if it was considered a rail or a
They'll
ledge,
skate
but-
anything. Skaters will skate anything. You guys are intense.
So I went for it, and like the third time, it was like, okay, this is chill, I could do this. But the third time was just kind of like a freak. Like I just slipped back, and so I landed my back on the very last stair.
Oh my God.
And that's how. But that's how it was such a clean break, because it was literally my back caught my fall. But I was wearing baggy clothes, so it kind of just looked like I fell on my butt. But
You're like, it wasn't my butt.
It wasn't my butt. I stood up and everything, and I was trying to casually talk it off with Aaron. I'm like, no, I'm good, and like.
That's crazy.
We leaned on the, when you're going up, when you go up
Yeah.
into it, and there's like that little slanted. So her and I right there just chatting it up, and I just did a little sit up from that. I was standing,
You
and I
felt
was like,
it.
ooh, I was like, that didn't feel right. And she's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
are you good? I'm like, I'm good. I think I just need to lean against something flat. So
Yeah.
I lean against the mani pad closer to the exit. And so I'm chatting it up with her, yeah, da-da-da-da. And I didn't even realize, I guess my legs just fucking went out, and
Oh my
Leandre at the time actually seen my legs go out and ran down and caught me.
God bless.
And I came to, and I just remember seeing his face. He's like, Marissa, stay with me. And I just see
Aw.
all these other people's faces, because it's sunset. You know how sunset
Yes.
vibes, it's like crazy.
Yeah. It's a lot. It gets busy.
Yes.
It doesn't look like the same place.
No, it doesn't. And
Morning
I
to
just
evening.
passed
Oh,
out
God.
again, and then I came to again. And I'm like, seriously, you guys, I'm good. Like, let's just go get food. I think I just need to eat something.
Is that part of the skater like attitude, or is it just your attitude that
I think
we're just
it's-
gonna keep going?
I think it's definitely a skater mentality.
Yeah.
I think we're, built for tough.
Well, you have to be. I
yeah.
think it is an extreme sport. No matter how
Yeah.
like lightly you do it, like
Yeah.
if you even me who barely does anything, I've broken things. Like it's
Yeah.
extreme. So I think somehow it's fitting for the challenges you've had in life.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, of course you skate.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
of course you.
It makes
Of course
sense.
you do
yeah.
crazy shit.
It adds up. Yeah.
Okay, so in regards to dating somebody who was a really good, really still is a very good skater, yeah, is there an attitude that changes for you in the skate community when you're both so successful, and then you're known as a unit, and then you're not anymore a unit, but both really good people? So it's
Yeah.
like
I think.
feel like
Sorry to interrupt you.
no, go ahead. I ramble.
I know you're good. Me too. So, I think it was heartbreaking for both of us. It's hard, when we were together for 3 years. So, but sometimes things are necessary,
Sure.
and we're still good people, and
Yeah.
you know, like, so it's no hard feelings, you know, like,
Yeah.
and I wish the best for him, and I'm sure he feels the same. So, and
You didn't see a change in the community, as I guess towards women it tends to be like in male dominated. It's in that aspect I'm asking, because sometimes
I don't know. I think, well, most of my homegirls I had already known prior to him, that I'd known for years.
Oh, okay, that
so
helps.
It's like we were friends before.
you weren't introduced to anything through
Yeah.
him. It was
some,
already
some people I was
Got it.
introduced through, but I don't think it was anything like. I mean, I moved from Venice to Long Beach, so I was kind of out of that area. So
anyway. Yeah.
so
Oh, okay, that helps.
and then it's been a few years now, so I've kind
Yeah.
of come back, and I actually the first time going back to Venice since
Yeah,
the
how was
whole
that?
breakup.
Yeah.
I got booked for a Paralympic commercial with my friend Eunice,
Oh,
and Leandre was on set. So
how was that?
I
Oh,
hadn't
that's
seen him in a while.
nice.
Yeah, so I
Was that
like,
weird?
I was like, you know what, like, it's cool. Like, I'm just glad that, and he had his girlfriend at the time on set. But I'm like, I'm just trying to. I love to be professional, especially
Sure.
on set, but also just in general, to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we're just here. We're here, and I just want to have
We're
a
here
good
to work.
time. Here to work.
Yeah.
And it was a really cool project. It wasn't
nice.
just like a regular Olympic. It was Paralympic. So
Yeah.
there were so many cool people on set, and I just wanted it to be peaceful. So I said,
And it was, I
and it was
presume,
like
so-
we didn't even actually acknowledge each other for a bit, and then like around lunchtime, everybody's getting food.
You're
and
like,
I see him,
so-
I'm like, hi, Leandre, and we gave each other a hug. So
Well, that's nice.
But we're cool.
Well,
like,
the first encounter can always
Yeah.
probably be a
Yeah.
little.
yeah.
That's understandable. I feel like everyone can relate to that.
Yeah, we really didn't talk much at all. It was hi and bye, hug,
Yeah.
and then we just worked. So
Yeah.
and luckily I had Eunice there. So but Eunice did ask. She's like, is that weird? I'm like, well, hopefully not. Let's just see how things
Let's
go.
see what
Keep
happens.
the vibe chill. So,
Yeah.
but we're both chill. So
Well, that, I
for
mean,
the most part,
honestly, it sounds as easygoing as it could have gone.
right,
Right.
right.
What else was I going to ask? I was curious. Oh, okay. So you said you had a really religious family.
Yes,
But you were into OnlyFans for a while.
I was.
Is that something you still do? And do you consider taking your brand there where you can make like cute outfits for?
I quit that a while ago. I did use it for a little bit after I had my knee injury. Actually, like, it was kind of one of my few sources of income besides the pants. So it actually helped me make like 300 pairs of pants.
I thought you would come out with sexy lingerie or something soon. I was like, this is
thinking
cool.
about that.
Why
I was
not?
thinking about that. I guess I feel like, no shade to women that do it. Everybody's
not
gonna
at
make
all.
their money and everything. But for me, it wasn't something I was like super into or even comfortable with personally.
Yeah, it was like a phase.
I was kind of just a necessity type thing in the beginning. Like, I needed it to eat and pay my bills.
Yeah.
But it wasn't something that I was like, oh, I love doing this. It's like kind of something I was like,
Okay.
I just kind of got to do this for right now, but it's not going to, I don't want to, obviously it's not a forever thing, but, and I didn't want, I know I have like, especially writing for Meow Skateboards, like there's a lot of young girls that are,
Start like a morality
have their
clause or
eyes.
something, maybe.
Yeah, just like,
I took it as you were strategizing it as a part of your brand or something, and that
it
you
could have
eventually.
gone there. It definitely
I
could
thought
have,
you were, yeah.
I definitely could have, but I kind of just more used it to pay my bills and keep food on the table, pay my rent, and then also make pants when I couldn't work a regular job because I was injured. So
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But
Okay,
now
so that's out.
So that's out, yeah.
Okay.
So, and it just, I really don't care what people think, but I do care about the kids, and
When you say that, what do you mean? Do you think they took that you
Well,
would be
I
setting
mean,
a bad example?
I think people automatically think when you're doing OnlyFans that you're having sex on there, which I wasn't doing. It's
Right.
like cute little lingerie or bathing suit stuff,
Yeah.
or implied nudity and that type of stuff. But I think people automatically assume and
That
think
it was more
that
vulgar
it was
than
more
that?
Yeah, which is fine. People can think what they want, but at the end of the day, I'm taking care of myself and my family, so it is what it is. But
I think it's interesting that people would have those kind of like negative opinions about women and
like,
sexuality.
empowering women. Ugh.
Well, I'm just like, I don't know. Do you not have anything else to do? But
I mean, girls do it. They put out sexy stuff on the internet for free all the time. So, and that at that time, that was my reasoning. I was like, well, girls do this for free all the time on Instagram. So I'm just it's just a thirstier thirst trap, and it's helping me make my bread right now.
Okay, so it sounds like there was some internal conflict. Did it bother you?
I mean,
did it bother you that people were bothered?
No, it more was an internal conflict with myself, like, because I'm fine with wearing a bathing suit out in the open and stuff like that, and I could do a photo shoot, but I guess like some of the clientele, people asking like, oh, do you do this or that, and it's like no. People, when you're on there, people expect you to do more than what I was doing on there, So
right, okay.
So that part I kind of just didn't like. Like, I was actually looking into like just having somebody just do. I really didn't like interacting on the messages. Like, I didn't really enjoy it. It didn't give me like the best feeling, Like,
do you feel like it damaged your brand? Because I understood it as a completely different thing.
Yeah.
I thought we would be seeing like lingerie in your brand or something.
I mean, I still could do
but
lingerie.
I'm so sex positive. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I'm always.
It depends on the person.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it could have definitely gone in that route, but just for me personally, maybe just it wasn't. I don't know. It just wasn't.
Do you regret it?
Thing. I don't regret it because it helped me make. It helped me get
to
where I'm at. Yeah,
sure.
It provided, and people could think what they want, and I could give it two shits.
I agree.
But moving forward, I just feel like it's just not exactly the direction that I want to go in. But not to say I wouldn't make lingerie or that kind of thing. Like, I'm comfortable doing that.
That would be cool.
I think that would be fun. I love bathing suits, so
that's what I mean.
I actually made a bathing suit back in the day.
Did you?
Just like a quick little design with like my booties all over it, but it wasn't like very.
I will model for you. Bring it.
Hell yeah, I'm down. I'm obsessed with bathing suits, so
come, you do, please.
So I would love to make more of those, but yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. So like, people are gonna make fun of me when I say I'm sex positive because I literally just like detest men. Yeah. Like, I'm in my
There's
don't get near me phase. But like, what I meant by that is that I love when women embrace their sexuality, and I think it's for the woman's discretion to do exactly what she wants. So me personally, it didn't cross me. I actually just thought, I guess we're gonna see lingerie soon, kind of thing. Like, it didn't. But your explanation was interesting, and I love that you were so vocal about the internal conflict because. Yeah. You're grateful for it because it provided for you, but it's not the route you want to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honestly, that's the simple answer. Yeah. If anybody asks, it's just not complicated.
Yeah, it's not complicated.
No.
And also, like, it was also another way I could, like, I try to be funny on there too, like make people laugh. Like, yeah. So it was like another, another avenue to be funny. But I think it's awesome if when people can, I think like if you can do that and you feel good about doing it, then more power to you. But for me, I was like, I know I can put just my goals and stuff. It wasn't going to be like a very long-term thing for me. It was just something to help me kind of get out of my
thing in place.
To get me out of this little rut, yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you, as far as how do I ask this? Let me think what I'm trying to ask. Were you at that moment where you had to make the decision that, okay, I'm going to do this now because I'm broken, I can't provide for myself?
Yeah.
What did you learn from that so you wouldn't have to resort to that again, I guess? Because since you weren't going the route that I thought, where it was like, I'm going to do lingerie or whatever. I thought it was a strategic part of your thing. So how can you, if you were to get hurt again, God forbid, so how would you now provide for yourself so that, you wouldn't have to resort to those methods again that you don't actually enjoy much?
True. Well, that's a great question. I would say just giving it kind of my all with my brand and with the skating stuff that I'm doing now and like the acting stuff that I'm doing, the comedy stuff, because I think that I could still continue to do, say I was, God forbid, hurt, I could still do comedy stuff. I could still like make people laugh.
Yes.
So that's probably...
You're so sweet when you say that, make people laugh. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I've been doing skits and stuff since I was very little.
Is humor a part of a coping thing also,
definitely,
do you think?
Definitely. You got a lot. If you can find the humor in anything, like, you're golden. Yeah. Because there's always a silver lining, even when shit really sucks. So.
Yeah. You have a really, and I don't mean to say that everything that has happened in your life automatically should put you in a certain negative place. But I can see that there's been a mix of luck and a really good attitude, a stubborn attitude that's kept you moving forward, I think.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
So very cool, and it's nice to hear. Because I don't know you much outside of the park. You're like, I'm like, oh my god, it's her. We gotta go watch, and that's it. So you are so cool to me. Even when you were like with all the things you weren't enjoying, I'm like, okay, yes. I just think like you're so to me, you really can't do any wrong.
Yeah. I looked at it as like an art thing, you know. So like
it is art. You are art. Women are beautiful.
Yeah, women's bodies are art. So in that time and I still feel that way, you know.
Good.
I still do.
Good.
And I think I'm still like, I think, you know, doing a sexy photo shoot is very fun, you know.
Yes.
Like, but I think the part that I didn't like was just like people like,
I know,
like dudes, you know, like, but
you're like, look at you and the industry you're in.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like whether you were to do that stuff or not, that there's going to be that element of misogyny to a degree and hypersexualization of women in skating because it's still a male-dominated thing. So, or a male-dominated sport. So, to me, from my perspective, just so you know, you were always just the coolest. I never thought any. I thought, on the contrary, I was like, I'm gonna buy the lingerie.
Oh, thank you. I'll let you know when the lingerie comes out. Yeah.
Or a bikini. Bikini. I'll take the bikini.
Bikinis will come first. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Let's see. What else can we address? Because I think it's going to be, you know, like I said, it's about people. It's for people who have a history of self-abandonment. So what would you say are moments that you did? We have about 10 minutes left. Okay. So let's cover that. Yeah. What would you say were times that, would you say that was a form of self-abandonment? I don't think, or do you? Or what would you say is at times that you were like derailing yourself? And what was the best way you brought yourself back to your goal?
I think, I mean, maybe in a way, like I felt like that little like something in me where I'm like, okay, I have my goals. I know what like my end goal is, and like maybe this, you know, well, I don't know. It's kind of hard because it was.
There might have been a few times.
You know? So, self-abandonment. And what do you mean, like?
Self-abandonment, just any time that you. Well, it might be actually. It might be this because it sounds like you were conflicted with it when you didn't like yourself very much, and then but brought yourself back to a space where you were like, damn, I fuck with me again.
Yeah. So I think yes, that's
one of those moments.
I think that was one of my moments where
it's a good one.
Like,
it's a good moment to bring up.
The most proud, you know, like, but still also proud. So like I said, it's a two-edged sword.
Because you're gonna do what you need to do. Is your attitude, isn't it?
Like, you know, I'm gonna do what I need to do where I still feel okay with myself. You know, like I wasn't like, oh, I went and made a sex tape and now I feel horrible.
Yeah.
Like I didn't go do that, you know, so.
Well, nobody else was going to step in and fix, pay for things, right? And you're like, I have to take care of myself. I have to take care of my family.
I do, and like people can talk shit, but at the end of the day,
it's gotta get
I'm
done.
okay with myself, and I'm making pants, and I'm still, you know, moving in the direction that I want to move. So I'm happy.
That's
with
a great example.
So I don't have regrets about it necessarily.
But you have feelings about it.
But I have some feelings about it. Like, but only because some people, sometimes being in that type of environment, people can take advantage of you. So I guess maybe in that way, but other than that, like as far as what I've done or the photos I've taken and stuff, like, you know, like I had fun with it and I don't have regrets.
Oh, I hope nobody takes that from you.
Thanks.
Do you know what I mean? Thanks, like just that there were elements of that you enjoyed and it was fun and it was something. I mean, I'm sure there's not enough time to go over any interactions that were negative that you were like, that's fucked.
Yeah.
But no, I hope. For whatever phase it was, I hope that you enjoyed it.
Thanks.
And I commend you for doing what you needed to do to take care of yourself and your family. And it sounds like you've always done that in your life. Literally
try my best.
Yeah, so who's going to fault you? I mean, certainly not a man. I hope a man wouldn't be like, well, shame on you. No, well, okay, sir, where the fuck were you to take care of shit?
Yeah, exactly.
So, no. But thanks for bringing that up. And well, I brought it up, but thanks for sharing about it and talking about the fact that you're not ashamed. You know, you needed you needed to take care of yourself,
Yeah.
and you're not sorry. So
No.
I'm saying that for you.
Thank you.
Like, you're not
Thank you.
sorry.
Thanks. I ain't sorry.
No. Well, shit fucking happens.
Yeah.
Mine was obviously alcoholism, and I was gaslit for so long from people telling me I didn't have a problem.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a hard loop to get out of.
Mhm.
And I also am not sorry for how I got out of those loops and the tough conversations I had with people, those people I had to cut off.
Mhm.
It's very personal, is
Mhm.
I think what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's like at the end of the day, you're with yourself. You go
Yeah.
to sleep with yourself, and then you have to be like,
I hear you. I've had my party phases, and at
Yeah.
one point I was dating someone, and I was like, they liked to party, so I never
Mhm.
like partied like that. But then we like dated for like 6 months, and I'm like, at the end of 6 months, I'm like, I have these goals. I hadn't started making the pants quite yet, and I was just like, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, who am I surrounding myself with? Like, I need to just get
Yeah.
out of here and just get back to me. So
Thank God for that
literally
moment.
broke up with him.
yeah.
I dropped everyone out of that party group, like, and I
Reset.
had to just reset and just
Yeah.
get back to myself and just get on my hustle.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of myself for that. But I
Yeah,
did feel like I
good.
had lost myself at that time. Like,
Yeah.
I would be partying and then I would just go skate by myself, but I'm like, I could be doing better. I know in my heart of hearts, like my potential and my energy could
Like, I'm not
be-
fulfilling
I'm
my
not fulfilling-
potential right
exactly.
now.
Like, I could, I don't want to sit there and talk about it. I want to be, like, making moves and, like, doing
Thank God for
things,
those moments,
Yeah,
though.
For real.
I feel like people have them, but
For real.
like it's easy to dismiss. And also, skate culture has many faces
Mhm.
to it.
Yes.
So
We're all
for you,
people, so,
yeah, and we all have shit,
yeah.
and it's easy to disappear together
Mhm.
in skating.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's that element of it too. So I think it's one of the things I did want to ask you, but now you kind of addressed it. I think you just have a really strong commitment to what you don't want to be.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've had such many examples early on of
Yeah.
challenges that really fucking suck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
knowing that if I don't move, I stay here.
Mm-hmm.
So
I really believe that skating has saved my life because I remember, even though I fell into a couple party phases, but for the most part, I remember
when you were young,
being young and being
Yeah.
like, okay, I don't like how this made me feel the next day because I can't skate and I can't have like the best sesh that I want to because my body's kind of like, ugh,
your body's
like,
dead.
and
yeah,
so I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'm not gonna do that anymore because I want to be able to have a good sesh or I want to
Yeah.
be able to film this part, and like, or I want to be able to skate good the next day. So those kind of things, like skating really helped me not to go too crazy because I want to be able to skate the next day,
Yeah, I feel like I think you have, like I said, because of the things that you experienced, you're maybe more prone to listening to that alarm more than others because you have actual examples of being in a really negative space, in a challenging space. Not everybody has that. I don't mean that that's a negative. I mean, God bless if you've had a relatively easier cruise in life, but the alarm doesn't sound as scary.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you're like getting fucked up 3, 4, 5 days in a week and you don't know how bad that can get or how bad it can take you from your goals until your goals are the only thing you have to look forward to get you out of this space, which is the contrast you consistently had in your life.
Yeah.
Like, I have to make something or I'm going to stay here.
Yeah, literally. I mean, my
So-
dad was an alcoholic my whole life, but he got sober when I got guardianship with my sister. So I think that also helps me, like, growing up seeing that and then seeing him get sober
Fix
and
himself.
and then being such a good grandpa and
That's
stuff. He
cool.
passed in January, so
I'm sorry.
thank you. But big L, another big
Yeah.
L, but
Yeah.
but I just look up to him so much and
I'm
to my
sorry.
mom too, so just try to make them proud.
I can't imagine that you don't. I can't imagine that seeing like everything. Sorry, I wish we had tissue for you. Here.
I got one right here.
You're like, it's okay.
I'll just.
No, that's a lot. I'm so sorry, and thank you for bringing that up too, because there had to have been so many mixed feelings about experiencing somebody go through that kind of battle.
Yeah.
Right when
Yeah.
you're growing up,
Mhm.
and then to see them restore themselves. I mean,
It was
I'm
very
so sorry you lost
inspiring,
him, but I'm glad that happened before.
honestly, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, what a gift to you to be like,
For real.
okay, Dad.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, no, he got to be an amazing grandpa,
Yeah.
Because I was so little when we lost our mom, but we had all of our sisters, and then it's like mom got to be there for us as daughter, for her daughters, and then my dad really got to be there for like my sister's grandkids. You know,
Aw,
kids. You know, so the
girl,
grandkids. So
that's a special one. Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone.
okay. Number two.
No, because we're locked in the emotional place, and I feel like it's so hard to stop crying when we're in there. And that's enough. You gave enough gems, and like I said, it's not a gotcha podcast. It's just sharing.
It's been real.
Yeah, you know,
That's
it's
cool.
like it's.
I
not,
honestly didn't know what your podcast was about, but
Yeah, well, it's this. It's just
That's
this for
cool.
me. I started it as like I want to give people tips on how to approach life in sobriety, and then I realized like, what actually was it that was making me so sad with myself about the fact that I'd been fucked up for 10 years, and I was like, oh, self-abandonment.
Yeah.
And then that broadens it a little bit, you know, because not everybody punishes themselves with alcohol.
We all have different. Yeah.
It's different stuff. Mm-hmm. So, that's why. So maybe it'll change later, the format. Maybe I'll have specific questions, but I'd rather just be like, hey, I want to ask you about this, and they can say, actually, I don't want to talk about it. And then, surprise, I leave it alone. Like, it's just a nice conversation.
That's cool.
No. Yeah. Thank you so much. This is going to be such a good one to show people. And I just, to me, you have and continue to be the coolest. Oh. And so I think, as far as I'm concerned, you've accomplished your goal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Still working towards them, but
keep going. Please soar. But I'm saying I'm a fan.
Thank you. Oh, thanks. I'm a fan of you too. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Look
Means
at
a
us.
lot.
We came a long
I
way.
know. Look
Look at us. Shoot.
Oh gosh, it's hot in here. They don't actually have circulation, but like we'll get you some water if you'd like. No,
thank you.
Some water.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. You're welcome to stick around. I think my nipple. Oh yeah, that's your water.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Thank you. Who's your next guest?
He is a painter, and I'm a painter, so it's cool. I wanted to touch him.
You do make art. Yeah.
So
I remember talking to you a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see what he.
Okay, well, I'm gonna run to my car and I'll just see what I have in the car.
Yeah,
please
take your time. I'm gonna go change.
Okay, cool. That's